My main concern is to restore law and order as soon as possible.
July 29, 1966. Nigeria's head of state, General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi, disappears into the silence of a military convoy in Ibadan, never to be seen alive again. But decades later, his death remains cloaked in a mystery. Why did the soldiers who orchestrated his killing die in strange or violent circumstances not long after? And what's the truth behind the rumors that his swagger stick, known as Charlie, was more than just a symbol of power, but an object feared for its alleged spiritual protection? Hi guys, welcome to Afriverse Historic. On today's episode, we look into an array of subjects. First, Aguiyi-Ironsi's swagger stick. Did it have any powers, or was it just an ordinary staff? We also look into the mysterious deaths of some of the officers who participated in the July counter-coup that led to Aguiyi-Ironsi's death. Was it a cause, or was it just a coincidence? Do stay tuned and enjoy the ride. 59 years after his assassination, the departure of General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi continues to be engulfed in mystery. Even those closest to him came out with different versions of what transpired in Ibadan on July 29, 1966. In all accounts, it's impossible to name who really shot the first African to command the United Nations forces and the first Nigerian general. What is certain is that the trigger was pulled by a non-commissioned officer NCO after commissioned officers lost control of the rabid situation. It is curious that it took 59 years for Colonel Sani Bello to come up with his version. Captain Nwankwo, who is late now, so it is difficult to get his reaction. However, one finds it odd that a brave officer will agree to run away instead of defending his principal, even if death was the price. Lieutenant Akintodo Akishehiwa died defending General Murtala Mohammed in 1976. Major Usman Bello was killed as he tried to fight for General Ibrahim Babangida in 1990. From Colonel Sani Bello's account, he was arrested and detained when he went to ascertain what had become of those who were sent to find out what went wrong at the government house Ibadan. While Captain Nwankwo announced to the Biafrans that Sani Bello, a lieutenant at the time, saved him, the letter credits Lieutenant Garba Dada Paiko as their savior, who ordered them into a Land Rover as the killer gang got really bloodthirsty. This account makes more sense since Bello and Ironsi's family have continued to relate. One tends to agree with Bello that he was going to be gunned down like Ironsi and Adekunle Fajuyi until Dada Paiko intervened. What one does not know is what happened to Lieutenant Adamu Umoro, Fajuyi's ADC, who was with other subalterns at the government house in Ibadan during the coup. If you find this video worthwhile, please take out some time to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it goes a long way in supporting our efforts. Thank you. Now let's get back to the video. Paiko and Bello hailed from Bida province. That could have worked out. If Paiko desired, he would have left Nwankwo with the assassins instead of taking him away with Bello. The moment he was about to drive off, Sergeant Tijani Meduguri fired the shot that killed the military governor of the Western region. It is almost certain that no commissioned officer was there when Ironsi died. That explains the different names that have been bandied around since 1966. Major Yakubu Danjuma, Lieutenant Dada Paiko, William Welby, Nuhu Nathan, Clement Dabang, Musa Biti Young, Ibrahim Rabo, Bako Wali. All these names keep popping up. Dada Paiko played a major role in the abduction of Ironsi and Fajuyi, but denied killing the general. He came out with another puzzle. The name Sergeant Bakari Baba Lapai should interest everyone. He was alleged to have hit Danjuma's shoulders for wasting time with the head of state. According to Paiko, while Nuhu Nathan snatched Ironsi's crocodile swagger stick called Charlie, Baba Lapai disappeared with it. Till date, there is no trace of Bakari Baba Lapai in Nigeria's army records. So said Paiko, who unfortunately is not alive to repeat himself today. Paiko further explained that while in the United States in 1963, he came across one Baro Segura, an Ifa priest, also known as Obafemi. The story was that the supreme power in the world was with Orisha, and it was believed that Chief Ladweka Akintola, governor of the Western region, before Fajuyi, possessed such power. Segura tried to convince Dada Paiko that someone snatched the power from Akintola after his assassination in January 1966, and the verdict was that Ironsi had it in his crocodile swagger stick. A funny tale because the general was in Lagos at the time. Captain Emmanuel Woboshi led troops to kill Akintola in Ibadan. The fear of Ironsi was real. As a United Nations peacekeeper in the Congo, he braved Katanga rebels to rescue an Austrian medical team and some Nigerian soldiers. That act earned him the Writer Cruz First Class Medal. The Congolese rebels under Moise Tshombe were dreaded as cannibals. The killing of Lieutenant Eze Ubana confirmed it. Lieutenant Olusegun Obasanjo was lucky. He cheated death after being dumped into a vehicle boot. That Ironsi death then made headlines. The second Secretary General of the United Nations, Dag Hammarskjöld, did not survive the Katanga crisis. His aircraft was blown near Ndola, Zambia, on his way to negotiate a ceasefire between UN troops and Tshombe soldiers. Those who took Ironsi and Fajuyi away knew they returned from Congo with medals. What they did not know was that the swagger stick was bought in Lubumbashi as a souvenir. It possessed no power from Orisha. Apparently, Baba Lapai was a ghost sent from the spirit world. The mystery is endless. Stories continue to fly. Some said Ironsi and Fajuyi were tied in a Land Rover driven to Olodo village along Ibadan Iwo Road, tied to trees and executed. Another account said they were buried in a shallow grave at Alukon. However, their bodies were exhumed from the military cemetery, Jericho, Ibadan. How strange that some names associated with Ironsi's death in 1966 were also killed much later over coup plots. Lieutenant Colonels Clement Dabang, Ibrahim Rabo, and Adamu Umoru were assassinated on February 13, 1976 by a group of soldiers led by Lieutenant Colonel Bukasuka Dimka, who attempted a violent coup against General Murtala Mohammed's government. Lieutenant Colonel Musa Biti Young was executed in 1986 for the alleged Major General Mama Vatsa coup. Others, who were also part of the second coup plot of 1966, died following a third coup in 1976. General Murtala, Lieutenant Colonels Issa Buka, Abdul Wiyah, Buka Dimka, MacDonald Gotip, Sabo Kwale all lost their lives. Colonel Bello was commissioned on July 29, 1965. Hammarskjöld was born on July 29, 1905. General Ironsi died on July 26, 1966. His successor, General Yakubu Gowon, was overthrown on July 29, 1975. General Murtala, who led the group against Ironsi, became head of state on July 29, 1975. In the end, history doesn't just record facts, it remembers the whispers, the warnings, and the unexplained. Was Ironsi's fall just another path to Nigeria's bloody path to unity, or a story is still unfinished? You decide. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I really love to know your thoughts about the tragic fate of the July 1966 coup executors. What do you think about Ironsi's swagger stick? Was it just a staff, or was it something more? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification button to get more content like this about African history. It's been Nnamdi from Afriverse Story. See you in the next one.